Well, what did you get? Hey, welcome back to Frank's Model Works. I'm Frank. Every single Christmas morning, a couple of minutes after 9 a.m., I would get a phone call from my friend Sean asking me, well, what did you get? Because we were excited because we were so close growing up. And I don't remember not knowing Sean. I do remember meeting him, though. He lived across the street from me, and one day I see his mother walking him across the street. I have a feeling our mothers had seen that we were close in age and were like, oh, I'll bring him over and they'll play. So I see him and his mother crossing the street, walking towards us, and she's pushing his youngest brother in a baby carriage, and Sean he runs the last 10 feet through the crosswalk to get to the corner, and he looks up at the window and he sees me, and he's holding this little white football. It's like one of those tiny little footballs. He looks at me, he goes, "You come down here and play with me." And that was it. We were friends. We went to grammar school together. We went to high school together, and then he moved to a different part of Long Island. He moved out to Long Island, and we still keep in touch. But I'm actually filming this on his birthday. So it's cool that it brings to mind growing up with him. But that was the Christmas morning phone call that I would get. You'd always get you'd call up relatives and wish them a Merry Christmas, even though you're going to see them in 3 hours. But you'd call anyway. But Sean would call me up, and he would want to know what toys I got for Christmas, because basically whatever toys each other got, we were going to be sharing anyway, because we hung out together. We were together all the time. So if he got a bike, I got a bike. And, our mothers would talk to each other and stuff like that. My earliest memories, though, of him calling was Fisher Price and stuff like that, the Adventure People, if you remember those. Then later on, when I started building models, he called me up and he goes, "I got a model for Christmas," and it was the Monogram 1/48 scale P61 Black Widow, which I think they still probably put out every now and then. So I wound up putting that together for him. Our friend David, who was a year younger than us, but we hung out together all growing up, and it was mostly the three of us. And then when Sean's younger brother Douglas was old enough, he started hanging out with us too. We just had a good time. Then it became our Christmas, we would call daisy chain, because they didn't have three-way calling back then. So all right, I'm gonna call David. All right, bye. Click. And it was fun. It was like a tradition. And so I want to know, for this week's Model Cars and Coffee, what'd you get? Put it down in the comments. I got, and this is awesome, a new chair. No more fart sounds while I'm talking. Every time, if you go back on my videos, you hear every time I move back, because that chair, which is, it's been relegated to the middle desk now. That chair's been there's 4 quarts of oil in that thing, and it still makes a sound every time I move. It's so it had to go. So my wife will not buy me modeling stuff, because every time she's ever bought me a kit, and I'm really happy to get it. I open it up and, "Oh, this is awesome." She goes, "Do you have it?" I'm like, "I don't think so." And she goes, "You have it, don't you?" I said, "Yeah, I have it. I have probably, usually I'll have 3 or 4 of the things." Although I did tell you about the times she went and she went to buy the Monogram show vehicles, the little coffin, the Boot Hill Express, the Paddy Wagon, the Beer Wagon. She used to buy the Mysterion. One year she bought me remember when they came out in tins, the Red Baron, the Mysterion? She bought me those. Those are in the stash. They're in the pile somewhere. I am gonna build them. You know what I do? I get into this thing. especially with a model that my wife gave me. I fool myself into thinking I want to be good enough, to build it because it's special to me. And then I gotta make a point to build one of the models that my wife has given me. So put an asterisk there and remind me at some point. But suffice it to say, that's why she doesn't buy me kits anymore. She just gives me the blessing to go out and get what I need. But she did buy me the chair, and she also bought me a little floor heater that's over there. It's not like the dangerous kind that's going to burn the house down. It's very safe. It's got a timer, and don't worry about it. Where I am right now in the basement, there is a vent. We have forced air heating. So there is a vent that comes off right over there. It comes this way a little, and it shoots air down, which is good. It keeps it down here, maybe 63 degrees if it's below freezing outside, it'll be about 63 degrees down here, which is not bad for a basement. It's just at the floor level where my feet are, it gets a little cold. So I put the heater on the floor, and I know I'm not gonna have it on if I'm spraying anything or I got fumes in the air. I know. It's just, we can't let my piggies get cold. So anyway, I didn't buy much in the way of kits for Christmas this year because I gotta be honest with you, I have enough. So what I have been doing is I've been collecting digital files to print on my printer. And I've been going a little crazy with the 3D full kits that you can buy off of the files that you could buy off of Andrey Bezrodny on Cults 3D. So he's recently released a Bronco in a 1970. He just released, I think yesterday, a 1973 Pontiac Grand Am. Got that. 1977 Pontiac Can-Am. Got that. Actually printed the body for it. Stand by. You stay right there. I gotta get up. Don't move. Don't move. Ready? Look. Boom. Got it. Didn't make a fart sound when I moved. So here's the body. Check that out. Look that up. That's a nice looking body right there. Nobody's ever said that to me. And who's this? That's Munson screaming in the background, my dog. We left the front door open because he likes to sit there and keep an eye on the neighborhood. And if he sees a squirrel, he goes nuts. So anyway, so I've been collecting the bodies from Andrey. 1977 Grand Prix 2-door, 4-door, and wagon. Outstanding. And basically, as they come out, I've been buying Andrey's files. And then slowly but surely, I've been buying whatever he's produced previously. I say to myself, I'm going to get to them all. Which is fine, because technically, I don't have the only storage I need is on the computer. But because I have all the impulse control of a meth-addled Irish setter puppy, I'll print them and store them because I got room. Yeah, it's great. But one of the things, the physical purchases that I made was from Josh over at VCG Resins. So hop up there and I'll show you. So here's a better look at the Can-Am body. I think there was an file update for that, so I gotta see what that involves. But this is a nice looking car. You didn't see too many of these. I didn't see a lot of them growing up. If anything, I saw a lot of Grand Prix from this year. And my friend Frank, if you remember from my USAC, he had a 74 Grand Le Mans station wagon that we called the War Wagon. Used to fit like 20 kids in that car, so I'm looking forward. This one, maybe this year, We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But I did get the scatola di pizza rotonda, which is Irish for round pizza box, from Josh. And I got this really nice full-length rear suspension, which I'm going to put to use on upcoming projects. I mean, look at just, I take this part out, take any part out, and just look at the quality of his prints. There is no trace of any build lines or support attachments. I mean, there's just the faintest right there. Just beautiful, elegant stuff. And then, what else was in here? Traction bars. I'm going to be using this on a project to be announced very soon. And a drift handbrake set, because why not? You never know when you're going to build yourself a nice resto mod drifting Mopar. Foreshadowing. And then I got this scatola di pizza siciliana, Sicilian pizza pie. And I noticed that Josh gave me a kiss. Mind out of the gutter, people. And this contains his Ford Bronco set. So it comes with the wheels and tires, which beautiful. I mean, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Again, no hint of how these things were supported. It's just amazing. When you look at the stuff that I'm printing versus what Josh prints, it's really beautiful stuff. You got the bumper, you got the suspension, it's got the winch and the jerry cans and the jack. Can't beat it. Really is beautiful stuff. So, and I used my discount code DRC1024 for Dirt Road Cinderella. And that's what I got. So, there's that. I almost forgot. I have shop cards. The nerve of me. Okay. So, first up, we got William Shear from Red Hill, Rod and Custom. William, thank you very much for your sentiments on the back. Awesome channel. I believe this is the 41 Willys, because I can't see, because the boat, I believe this was the pickup, if I'm not mistaken. I do have the pickup, but it's part of a 3-kit set. This is a cool card. Really, really nice. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, William. And then we have Gloria, new on the scene, Stout Creations. Ooh, very nice, with the QR code. That's awesome. Excellent. Gloria's putting out some nice content. She's being real active within the community, which is great. I appreciate that. Excellent content you're putting out there. Nice builds, Gloria, and keep up the great work. Hope to hear more from you soon. And thank you very much for the holiday card also. I appreciated that. It was very nice of you. And friend of mine, Jason, has got himself a brandy new shop card. And look at that. He's got his USAC group build from a couple of years ago. He's got, well, that was for this year. The 55 Ford. Right? Yeah. I think. And then he's got his Plymouth Duster. Jason's an amazing, amazing modeler. And he's part of the triumvirate that brings us the AMC livecast every week, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Bruce from Bruce's eclectic world, and Mike, the Scale Model Outlaw. Tune in. There will be links to both Jason's channel and the AMC Livecast channel. And this is not a new shop card. This is a shop card from Steve over at Crazy Scale Models. Steve had been away from producing content for a while, and looks like he's trying to gain momentum again. So I am happy to do that. Steve's a good guy, makes some really nice models, puts out some nice content. So all of these creators will be linked in the comments. If you could head over, if you haven't already, subscribe, check them out. And cool. Thanks for the shop card, guys. I really, really appreciate it. All right, back to the tripod. Hold on. This time I mean it. So when I first met my wife, her family, her parents they were born in Italy and lived there most of their lives, and they moved here in the late 60s. Fran's two oldest sisters were actually born in Italy. And when I first met my wife, I realized that they spoke Italian in the house when they were at home. And I knew some stuff, but over the years I picked up some Italian. But when I first met my wife, the only Italian that I knew really was like curse words and really vulgar expressions. So what I started doing was whenever I would say something vulgar in Italian, and then I'd say that it was the name of the village that my family was from in Ireland, and they would just look at me like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? So whenever I say anything in Italian, I always say that it's Gaelic, and they all look at me like, what are you talking about? They didn't even they spoke Italian, and like if I didn't understand the conversation, I would just start watching the TV or whatever. And like my sister-in-law would say, "What's the matter? You're too good for this conversation." I go, "You speaking Italian?" She goes, "No, I'm not." They didn't even know they were speaking Italian. They would just they blend right into it. The conversation, no joke, the conversation would start in English, and then as it got more heated, which it always did, it would merge right into Italian and just take off into Italian, and then they would lose me. If they spoke slowly and had a normal voice, I could kind of keep with the gist of the situation. I don't speak it very well, but I could I knew when they were talking about me when they said struns or guguts or something like that. The Italian people just laughed. So yeah, that's that. So put it down in the comments. Let me know what you got for Christmas. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the next year. And a question for you. Not a community question, necessarily. But it's been probably 4 years since I built the plane. You guys want to see me build a plane? Huh? Let me know. That said, this is going to be the last Model Cars and Coffee of the year. So this has been fun. Going on vacation. Starting January 5th. And I'll be back January 12th. Late. So I'll probably have a Model Cars and Coffee next week, but maybe not the week after, because I'll still be on vacationing. Vacation. All right, 4 times. Vacation. So, until then, as always, I got Frizzo's back. I appreciate your support. And until we speak again, my friends, take care of yourselves and be well.